Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're going for a ride and a chat. That's right. Today we're going for a ride and chat, and one of the things that I have found that's really kind of interesting is like where people shop and what does that mean about where you're going. So I just finished up an errand and I kind of went to a store that I don't go to very often. Usually when I need like hardware stuff or whatever else, I go to one of the big box stores like Lowe's or a Home Depot or something like that, like big stores. And it's one of those, this time I really had to go because I needed to get something special. I went to an old-timey store and it just kind of reminded me of like what it used to be like to go shopping. I think now, like when you go into the big stores, like everything kind of looks the same. Like each store carries almost the same thing as every other store. And there's no personality in it. There's no like, oh wow, this is really fun, this is really cool, or anything else. It's kind of like, it's the same store. It's laid out a little bit differently, or it looks almost the same as the other one. But I think that's kind of where I really love going to kind of those mom and pop shops, of seeing something different than what you would normally see at any given time. It's like you get to kind of take a step back in time. Where do you feel, you know what I'm saying, led to go do this, or where do you want to go and do that? And it's like when you go to those mom and pop shops, I think it's kind of the personal part about it. You get to kind of like learn about their lives, or kind of their kids or their grandkids, and they'll, you know, like, I don't mean like they bother you, but I mean like you get to really get to be a part of what's going on. And so I went to a hardware store up the way from where I live, and it's one of those mom and pop kind of shops, and everybody is very friendly and easygoing. And I walked in, and to me it was one of those, I walk into a big box store and it just seems like I've often referred to the salespeople as cockroaches, because as soon as you walk in and you look like you're looking for something, they're like, they scurry off. And you can never get them to come and help unless you find one or two that will willing to help. But for the most part, they run off. But this one was really interesting because I walked in, and within 5 seconds, the door hadn't even closed behind me. They were already telling me, hi, how's your day going? I'm like, great. They're like, what are you looking for? How can we help you? And I'm just like, almost like, oh my gosh. That is kind of the fun part of going to those old shops and those old places. The customer service is there. I mean, she was like, okay, they're right over here. Let me call a salesperson for you. I was like Johnny on the spot. And I think that's kind of some of the fun stuff that I forget about. I grew up in a small town. I grew up going to smaller stores, mom and pop shops, and that sort of thing. And a lot of times, you know, you see a strip center and it has like every store just the same. It's all kind of like, you know, every place has a this and everyone has a that. And it's not personal anymore. It's just so box store, all the kind of things, same things. And I know this sounds like a rant or a rave, and I guess it is in a way, but it's going back to that personal touch. And I think that's what I really love, and I really appreciate way more than most people realize. Like, just to come in and say, hi, how was your day? It was like, wow, someone cares about me and someone cares about how my day's been going. That's really cool. They come in and, you know what I'm saying, it's like you get a chance to like talk for a moment and, you know, get to know someone for even if just a moment. Even if you'll never meet them again in your life, you get to know them for that moment of time. And how was your day going? How was your day going? All that kind of personal touch that I think so many people are missing. And I know for a fact that during COVID, everybody missed it. Everybody was missing that like personal touch. Everything was just, you know, park outside and we'll run it out to your, you know what I'm saying, the curbside service. We'll run it out to you and you don't have to come inside the store. And it's like, but we're missing that personal touch. We're still missing that personal touch. We're still missing it. We're not getting that personal touch in what's going on, that personal, I feel connected to. Hey, I talked to so-and-so last time and he was here and he helped me with this. It's like, oh, you have a personal touch to that store. And I know for a lot of people, that's really what most people missed during COVID, is they miss that personal touch. And if you're missing it as much as I've been missing it, I will tell you, this is a great time to step out and look at that and kind of really just like connect to that in a very different and energetic way of connecting to smaller stores. Don't go to the regular stores. Go to small stores. Picking up the phone and calling them on the phone and that sort of thing, and connecting with them in a lot of different ways can really help you feel connected, not only to them, but everybody else in your world as well. Because now you have something to talk to your spouse about, or your kids about, or whatever. I went here and this was the way it was. And I think that's something that everybody misses, that personal touch with what's going on in the world around them. And if you're missing it, make sure you get it. Go to a mom and pop shop somewhere, wherever that is, and really enjoy that personal touch that you've received from somebody. And it's such a great blessing, not only for you, but for them as well. They get to know you in a different way. They get to know what your needs are, or what you require in your life. And that's a really fun, cool part about this, is opening up to someone new and different. And I think that's something that all of us crave. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.